Hello friends, myself Dr. Ravi Agrari. Now here I am going to discuss the detail of environmental ecology parts and what you should follow. As I have told you in my first lecture, in the next lecture I will describe the detailed subtopics of every chapters here. So you just see what about the various topics. Here through the help of this division and subdivision of various chapters, I will help you in your preparations of this subject for your examination, guys. And yes, this whole syllabus will cover Indian Administrative Service, Indian Forest Service, Indian Engineering Service, even NDS, CDS and the other state PSS examination preparation, friends. So the first chapter which I made for you was a basics of ecology. First unit here, you know what is the ecology, various terms which use in ecology like population, community, ecosystem, biomes, biospheres, about hierarchy of ecology, even various other terms where the ecology even going to involve into the welfares, various environmental factors and resources. Because of this, an organism live in the particular areas. Population ecology, here you can find guys like growth curve, various survivorship curve like dispersal, migrations, lot of topics, even the various terms like keystone species, founder species, lot of the terminology with flagship species. So these kind of the term you can find in this chapter. Later on you go see community ecology, ecotone, age effect, and yes, of course, ecosystem, productivity, food chain, food web, succession, spatiation, a lot of terms you will find in this chapter. Even Niche, NICHE, those was the question in 2014. It came from this chapter. All these, the first unit. So you should follow. Second unit, the global environmental issues, various environmental issues as you see, climate change, global warming, global cooling, global dimming, study of ozone layer, acid rain. Even most of time I've seen even some of my friends and even you students even confused with the cooling and dimmings. Both are different concept, guys. Because of dimming, what happened, more effect of infrared radiations, and that is the reason more global warming will generate. That I will discuss between my video classes here, acid rain, etc. The third chapter you see climatic parameters, a lot of like carbon tax, ecological footprinting, carbon footprinting, and the carbon sequestration. So see, these all the terms, ecological footprinting, carbon sequestration, these all you can find every day in the newspapers. So these all terms are also very, very important. Even I have framed one question for your mains examination for last year 2015, carbon subsidy to carbon tax. Why government of India is going to shift from carbon subsidy to carbon tax? So see how you can understand these questions, and even you will able to write your answers. Here you should know about what is the carbon subsidy, the carbon tax. So this is the reason here I just mentioned carbon tax under the climatic parameters. You should have this knowledge. Environmental protection in the world have a various environmental movements in India, Stockholm Conventions, 1972, even Rio de Janeiro Earth Summit, Montreal Protocol, Kyoto Protocol, even Montreal Protocol, and what is this? BirdLife International came in this last year 2015 in your paper from this topic. Various movements, various institutions and laws. So that is even Rotterdam Conventions, Basel Conventions. So these all conventions in the environmental institution and laws are very, very important, just like UNESCO, IUCN, World Heritage Convention. So these all institutional laws are important for us. Environmental protection in India, again, just you can see here at the world level, here you see this is at India. Environmental laws and acts in India, again, even NGT, everybody know, National Green Tribunal. Environmental movements in India, of course, Baliyapal movement, Chipko movement, Narmada Bachao Andolan, lot of movements even in India. Various environmentalists, Gora Devi, Chandi Prasad Bhatt, these kind of the persons, Midha Patekars, Baba Amte, Arundhati Rai, these persons, environmentalists are very important for you. Even Indian environmental institutions, lot of environmental institutions which work in India for the protection of environment. Even Central Pollution Control Board, very well. Similar to a lot of environmental institutions, you should also prepare. Various legal provision in India for the environmental protections. You see the various articles under the fundamental rights and directive principles. These are also important part for your discussions. Environmental impact assessment is also very important chapter, guys, even for your mains paper examination. How does environmental impact assessment analysis help to reduce the problem of environment, pollutions and the solid waste management. Biomes of the world, biogeographical zone, natural vegetation in the floristic region of India. This is actually the part of phytogeography, where the biomes of the world, biogeographical zone of India, natural vegetation, floristic region of India. For this understanding, you should have an idea about the climates of India. Soil of the climate of the world, soil of the world, है ना? So that is on that basis this chapter will help you. मतलब this concept will help you to build up the concept of all these unit 8. Next, biodiversity conservation and the hotspot. Biodiversity and their conservation studies, biodiversity hotspot. Here you can see friend like national parks, sanctuaries, biosphere reserves, hotspots. Even hotspot based question came in your paper. Even last year UPSC asked a question which is a floating floating national park, and that was in your paper. So this kind of the question. What about the principle of the, suppose UPSC have given a question, what about the importance of ये क्या बोलते हैं biospheric regions. So national park, sanctuaries, biospheric areas. So what about the importance of biospheric regions? So what is the biospheric? So here suppose UPSC have given you, we are going to conserve the habitat, we are going to conserve the specific species, we are going to conserve the ecosystem. So this kind of the analysis, conceptual question guys. Not only you just start to mug up the facts of national park list, national sanctuaries list, biospheric reserves list, even you should have two concepts. What are the reasons behind the national park and sanctuaries and biospheric reserves? Similar to one of the question came in UPSC. In these 6 information, which statement are correct about the hotspot? You see this question came in 2006. There are few information facts were given there, and UPSC demand which facts are correct here about the hotspots. Similar to go into the detailed study of Convention on Biodiversity, Kyoto Protocol, last meeting, it was in Paris, International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, World Heritage Conventions, Ramsar Conventions, and a lot of miscellaneous topics are very, very important. Even some of the case studies are here like Bhopal gas tragedy, Chernobyl disaster in Ukraine, Japan nuclear disaster, coral reefs and coral bleaching. See, coral bleaching was also the question in 2013 prelims examination. La Nina is actually a geography, but its environmental issues is in the impact of the Indian agriculture is the environment. Euro norms in the Bharat stages. Ganga action plan, where the UPSC asked a question in mains examination about Namami Ganga projects and other reserves, green revolutions, mangroves, issues of the sulfan in South India, oil spill based question also came in your prelims examination. Permaculture already came in 2012 mains examination. Xenobiotics is a new concept. Bioremediation and phytoremediation, it was a mains examination 2011. Vermicomposting, Indian vultures and their recent issues 2011 mains examination. Wetland, ocean acidification 2012 prelims examination. Oil jeopard 2011 prelims examination. So what I'm telling you guys, those all those terms I mentioned here, every question came in your prelims and mains examination. So please focus this. And so yes, you people should have to prepare a lot of listings from the environmental ecology, list of national parks, sanctuaries, biospheric reserves of the world, biospheric reserves of India, hotspot of the world, tiger reserves, even coral reefs, even Ramsar sites, even list of endangered species and list of extinct species. So this is just a detailed analysis of these all the various units you should prepare. And definitely friends, even in the last year there are 22 questions came in your examination from the environmental ecology. Even geography teacher also challenged the many questions came from their own areas. It's okay, but you be concentrate in this environmental ecology. 20% question definitely it will again come in your paper. And see, you prepare all these terms, all the concepts here which I mentioned, and everything is mentioned in this book. Even you can go for all the detail, because I know very well when you people will see the video, you will ask me, sir, every concept where I can get it. So this is the book where I have all the solutions, and see, I will describe all the concept with the help of this book. Even in my coming videos. But in this book, have I not all these things in the current affairs issues. So current affairs issues I will also upload here time to time. So it's my offline classes, you can join me here. And for test series, yes, it is a start, and the first test series free is going to start from 31st Jan on www.unacademy.com. You can also come here. So thank you everybody. My wishes are with you for this exam 2016, and now I started my work for the prelims and mains examination 2016 series here. So give me the response and feedbacks, and yes, of course, for any queries you put your questions even in my Facebook, and accordingly if it will be necessary I will try to give my answers there, and even I will try to develop videos, then it will be useful for everybody else. So thank you guys, all the best. I hope you people enjoy my videos and definitely will give me the feedback. Thank you guys, thank you so much. Bye, take care.